Okay, hair looks great. Mustache looks great.
I'm trying.
Shirt. Let's just talk about the shirt. Nobody cares, work harder. I think that's a very true statement, especially where you are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Would you agree with that statement?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So this year, breakout year for you, right? Qualified for the NCAA tournament.
Started for the first time.
Started for the first time, right?
Yeah.
Free, injury free, having a good year.
Yeah. I was splitting time with a senior teammate of mine, Alex Hopkins, but that kept me I think that was good for me. I constantly had to earn my place every day. So it was an awesome year though. I enjoyed it.
Towards the end, right, you get in a situation where you're in the EIWA tournament, you got your high school teammate, right? What was that situation like being in a bracket with then having to compete with Ben?
Well, it was pretty cool, but definitely weirdest match either one of us have wrestled because we're best friends, and it was weird, but once we shook hands, he's not my friend anymore. I'm not his friend, and it was a good match. I mean, it is what it is, but I'm grateful that get opportunities like that. How many people get to experience something like that? Yeah,
I mean, it's insane. And he ends up winning the tournament. You take fourth. Right? And Brucky gets knocked off, right? And then you got to wrestle Brucky for third and fourth, right?
Yeah.
Did he take third in the NCAA last year, right?
Yeah, third or fourth.
He's pretty good.
He's pretty good.
So when you look at that, you got him and Ben in your bracket, right? And then, I mean, it's a step. And then you're just battling to make the team. Balancing that with academics. You guys have a full load every semester at West Point, right?
Oh yeah, minimum most kids are taking on our team is 18 credit hours.
You guys take 18 credit? I thought it was 15.
No, you're not taking 15 unless you got a special circumstance. Kids take up to I think 24 credit hours.
That's insane.
It's crazy. Kids are in class all day, every day.
And you can't ever miss a class. I don't think people understand that.
No.
The only way you're allowed to miss anything is if you're sick or dead, or a family member is sick or dead, right?
Yeah.
That's literally the only circumstances. Is that right?
Yeah. If you miss class, you'll get hours. That's punishment there. You just gotta dress up. You got your rifle and march back and forth in central area for hours.
So wait a minute. Has that happened to you, JT?
I got 5 hours. Yeah, I slept through a class once. But NCs and athletes, they get to. It's like I just sat in a detention hall pretty much.
So it's intense. It's not for every kid.
No, but I think, especially wrestlers, lesser people have gone through that place. Kids that I talk to that are thinking about going there or whatnot, they're scared. I don't know if the Army's for me. I don't want to get yelled at, all that. Lesser people have made it through that place, and I think if you're a wrestler alone, you can do it.
And you did a prep school year, correct?
I did.
And that's right on the campus, right?
Yeah, it's right there, top of the hill. We practiced with the actual team once or twice a week for but I enjoyed prep school. I'm glad I did it.
So effectively, you get almost a redshirt year is what prep school year is, right?
Essentially a redshirt year. Yeah.
And you figure out if that's for you or not.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and you can leave at any time. I could still leave right now. No punishment. Once you go into your junior year, before you step into a classroom, that's when you affirm and commit to the rest of your schooling and the commitment afterwards, which is 5 years active duty and then I think 3 reserves.
So you're going to end up with 13 years of service. At the end of it, 13 total years of service.
Well, I'm really a student right now. I'm not really counting what I'm doing right now as service, although people think so. But
I look at it that way because we talked at mixed graduation party, and it's really intense. What you do is really intense. It's not a joke. It's not for everybody. It's actually for a little sliver of the population, right? And it's really hard. Not most people can go have 100% attendance at things. I mean, you've missed one class and you got hours.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine the regular high school or college student. College student, they would never be able to do that.
Any class they want,
Yeah, they don't have to go at all.
Right.
And then on top of that, you're on a D1 team. You're on a D1 wrestling program, a top 25 team, a good team.
Yeah.
Right? So, I really like what Coach Ward's done. I like what the whole staff's done. I really like it there. As far as competing against one of your best friends, what has that situation been like? Has it affected your friendship at all with you and Ben Darmstadt?
Well, it's definitely gonna add some weird dynamic to it. It's like my best rival, that type of thing. I'm really grateful for it because I think we're just constantly pushing each other holding each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? And if it comes down to it that we got a match together, then that it is what it is.
Eric Burnett, Scotty Burnett. Burnett trained wrestling. You know, you're from Amherst. You went to Elyria. Ben's from Amherst. Went to Elyria. I believe.
Good handful of kids.
A bunch. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who've done that, right?
Reading,
right.
Amherst boys.
Yeah. I mean, there's been a ton of Torres, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Torres.
Yeah. Armando, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy when you look at what they've done for you, not only in just wrestling. What's it been like being involved with Eric Burnett and Burnett trained?
I think it's knowing Eric Burnett and being involved with this program. I'm really grateful for it, and I think it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. I don't think I'd be where I am today without not only the sport of wrestling, but just knowing Eric Burnett and Scotty Burnett and the person that they've helped me become, because they've been a big influence on my life and the person I am today.
Ben said the aha moment for him was basically from his freshman to sophomore year when he didn't have to cut weight anymore. You were a 2-time state placer, and then your senior year, you win the state title.
Right.
Right? What was the breakthrough moment for you in wrestling? And, you know, whether it was, I'm going to go to West Point, I'm going to win a state title. What was there a fork in the road? Was there a turning point?
I think, well, after my sophomore year, I placed at state, and I kind of surprised myself. I didn't know what I was going to do. And after that, after I took fourth that year, I was like, I'm going to wrestle in college. I knew that because I was playing football too. And then I started talking to Chris Chinuma. He was coaching at West Point.
Chewy.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Great guy. And he was the first guy to start recruiting me at Ironman, and no other school really came close. There was other places I looked at. That was the only place I went on an official too. Nothing really came close. How do you, in my eyes, how do you beat that? And
I don't know how.
and I committed to West Point when I was at junior duels in Oklahoma. I was splitting time with handwork, and I was pretty pissed off. And
He's an academy guy. He went to Air Force, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's wrestling anymore. I think he maybe got hurt or something. I don't know. But and I was talking to Coach Ward there, and I was kind of down in the dumps, and he told me something that really sticks with me today that I think is a pretty cool line. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. And I think about that constantly when I'm at school there, because tough times don't last, you know. There'll be better times, and I got through them. But yeah, I committed to West Point when I was out there, becoming a senior.
So you didn't even win the state tournament yet.
No.
It's a huge bonus for them, right?
Yeah.
They clearly know what they're doing too.
Yeah,
if you look at your team, you guys got a really good team.
We're doing it.
And you're deep.
Great people. First off, wrestling aside, we're a brotherhood there. It's on our wall: brotherhood, heart, attitude, warrior, be hawk.
I mean, I don't think you're not gonna not sell West Point to me, dude. I mean, it's the real deal, right? It's the real deal, and you make money going to college too.
That's a problem. Yeah, that's
you make money.
Yeah? Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, well,
there's nothing crazy, but yeah.
And then you're an officer when you come out.
Yep.
Not a bad deal. How much longer are you gonna grow that bad boy? Can you have that? Can you have the mustache when you go back? It's all clean shaven, yeah?
Yeah, clean shaven. Yeah.
So you're gonna hang on to that for 10 more days.
Yeah, a little bit longer, and then it's gotta go.
All right. You and Ben gotta go run a practice. You got anything else for me, JT?
That's it.
Hey, thank you for the time. I appreciate you. I'm gonna appreciate your service to our country. Keep grinding, all right?
Thank you.